Today we're running amok in Salem, Massachusetts, home to incredible history, New England charm, and the Sanderson sisters.
Hi, I'm Amy.
And I'm Laura.
And this is
Film Trail.
Not only was the 1993 Disney classic Hocus Pocus set in Salem, but many of the scenes were filmed here as well. And we're going to bring you along as we visit those sites on this early fall day.
Our first stop is the building that was used as a Jacob Bailey High School in the film. This is where Max first learns about the Sanderson sisters. The other kids tease him when he says he doesn't buy into all that hocus pocus, but he still tries to use the moment to get a date with his crush, Allison.
After the bell rings, Max grabs his bike and he follows Allison into the park, which is actually Salem Common.
We see the school again later in the film when the kids use it to try and trap the Sanderson sisters and burn them in the art room kiln.
Next we come to the Old Town Hall in Salem, which is where all the adults are partying on Halloween night and where they find themselves serenaded by Winifred Sanderson.
This home here is known as Rope's Mansion, but in the film it stood in for Allison's house. Max and Danny come trick-or-treating here on Halloween night, and Allison decides to take them over to the old Sanderson home.
The Sanderson house was a set constructed solely for the film, but it was likely based on houses like the one behind me, which is the Corwin house, otherwise known and more popularly known as the Witch House of Salem.
Much of the movie was filmed on the old Warner Brothers backlot. The cemetery scenes involving Billy were filmed there, and so was much of the house-to-house trick-or-treating.
When the Sanderson sisters are riding the bus through town, if you look closely, you'll see some recognizable houses from classic films and TV shows, including the Bewitched house and the home from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Sadly, the backlot was razed in the past few years, erasing all of that incredible film history. But history is still thriving at the Living History Museum, Salem Pioneer Village. In fact, it's America's first living history museum.
And it happens to be where the film begins as Sarah Sanderson lures Emily Binx into the woods. Thackery wakes up just behind this window here in this structure, and he goes in search of her. In that scene, we see these three buildings, and they run past this home.
So this is not actually the Binx home, that's just a couple doors down, but it's very similar inside, so it gives you a feel of what it would have been like to be on the set.
Right around the corner from the Salem Pioneer Museum is the home that was used as Max and Danny's house in the film. And you can see it behind me here with its recognizable tower.
For our last stop of the day, we're visiting the old burial hill in Marblehead, Massachusetts.
Max rides his bike through the cemetery on his way home from school. We see him come along this path and pause in front of these stones here. And he encounters two bullies who take his shoes. And after his run-in, he pedals off to the top of the cemetery with a great view of downtown Marblehead in the distance.
Thanks for joining us on this New England outing. While you're here, please like this video and subscribe to our channel so you can follow our adventures traveling around to other iconic filming locations. Oh look, another glorious morning.
Makes me sick.